Hey guys, Carl the Trainer, Pureform PFT with your food prep video. Okay, so here's my kitchen. This is where the magic happens. The inner sanctum, where I make my food. I love food. See, there's my food. Okay, I have here the organic chicken breast from Costco. And I like to cook mine as strips, or you could buy the tenderloins. I just like to get the breasts because they are organic, which is going to be your better option. Not required, just what I choose. So essentially, it's real simple. Just going to cut them into strips, about 1 inch wide. You cut each breast into essentially thirds. Okay, real simple. Okay, just like that, piece of chicken. All right, so I'm gonna take all of my cut up chicken. I'm just gonna put it in this big old Tupperware thing. I washed my hands before I did this too. So I'm gonna take I'm gonna wash them after. So I take it, put it in my big old Tupperware deal. Right there, nice and loaded up. And then I'm gonna spread olive oil all up in it. All coated up in there. I don't measure it, but I'm sure it's not much more than a 1/4 cup, if that. Okay, then I close the lid and I shake it up to make sure that it's covered with the olive oil all the way. All right, so here I have my rockfish set out. I'm gonna do the same thing. Just gonna put it in a container with some olive oil. And the olive oil is mainly for the cooking process so that it doesn't stick to my little cookie drying sheets that I use, which I will show you uno momento. All right, so I have my chicken laid out and my fish laid out. Now I like to use cookie drying sheets because it keeps the meat and etc. up off of the pan, so it kind of cooks from underside too. That decreases the amount of time needed to cook. All right. Now my favorite seasoning is tahini sauce or seasoning. It is that right there. They have a low sodium formula as well. So there's a little bit of salt, lime, and dehydrated lime juice. And that's pretty much it. You can use salt and pepper. Just make sure that there's no added sugar. Okay? So I like to do, I'm liberal with my seasonings. It's about the only thing I'm liberal in. But it is what it is. So coat that with some good tahini. The reason why I like tahini sauce is because it's kind of got a little bit of kick to it. So it's a little bit spicy and it's almost kind of sweet too. I put this on my vegetables as well. And I'll even eat them raw, especially if they have some liquid in them like cucumbers and etc. I'll eat them raw with this on there. This is actually great to put with your vegetables. Even kids will eat it. It tastes like candy. All right, so now that I have that, I have my seasoned meat. I have my oven set on broil at high. You can also do it in the grill if you're a grill aficionado. I just like to control my my temperature this way. It makes it so it goes by quick. And I will cook these for 6 minutes on each side. So I will flip it. 5 minutes usually with tenderloins, but I'll go 6 just to make sure. I don't want to overdo it because you don't want your chicken or your meat to be dry. Okay, so there we go with my chicken tenders, little strips of chicken that I cut, and then my rockfish. The rockfish was a little bit less time than the chicken, so the chicken stayed in there for a little bit longer. The way I can tell is by when I know my chicken's done, when I can just peel it like that and it just peels apart rather than having to work for it and really split it. But now I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil so that it continues to cook inside of itself and retains its moisture. All right, guys, so I set up my broccolettes like this. I like to get the broccolettes because they are more nutritious than the broccoli. It's just me. I will coat those again in olive oil, put them on the cookie sheet, and I will cook them for just maybe 5 minutes to get them a little al dente, because I like to keep them as non-cooked as possible. All right. Now I have mixed in here some baby squash. It's a mixed baby squash and some Brussels sprouts. I will quarter the mixed baby squash, and I will have the Brussels sprouts. All right, so there you go. I have my Brussels sprouts halved. I have my baby squash quartered, and everything's covered with a little bit of olive oil and the magic tahini. All right, and we have our meat ready to go. I'm gonna transfer meat out and put the vegetables in. I'm gonna put in my broccolettes, my baby squash, and Brussels sprouts. Now I separated them because the Brussels sprouts generally need to stay in there a little bit longer, and I'm a little OCD, so I don't like any of the fleshy part of my vegetables to be on the cookie sheet. So I have it on the outside of the vegetable. That's just me. I'm weird like that. But there you go. I'll probably put it in there for 5-6 minutes. Test it out. Eat one. See how soft it is. You really want to have these al dente. You do not want to overcook them because they will get mushy overnight or in the refrigerator, and nobody likes a mushy vegetable. So just soften them up a little bit and they will stay awesome for a while. All right, looky there. We have our veggies all cut. Now I don't know if you can see the steam and hear the crackle of my broccolette. That looks yummy. Okay, see, there you go. Again, just al dente, just enough so that it'll be squishy. I'm gonna eat one right now. Ooh, that's a little hot. Woo! But still yummy. So I turned the stove off because I'm going to turn it back on to 400 degrees for the sweet potatoes when they are ready to be put in. But at the moment, right now it's too hot with the full broil on. Okay, because the broccolette is too big to measure with the normal cup for our meal plan, I cut mine into manageable chunks so that I could just mix it together very simply. Okay, and finally with the sweet potatoes, you like to do those last because they take the longest. So you want to wash them and get the extra dirt off, and then you will stab them with a fork. Okay, so you take those sweet potatoes, you preheat your oven to 400 degrees, you put some aluminum foil on your cookie sheet because they will leak a bunch of sticky, sweet goodness, and that will not come off of your cookie sheet very easily. You set it up at 400 degrees, cook them for 30 minutes, flip them over, another 30 minutes, and they should be perfect. Okay, here's my yummy smelling goodness of my sweet potatoes. I'm going to cut them into half-inch wide little portions so that I can weigh them out for my post-workout. All right, I have my stuff. I'm ready to prepare my meals, meal plan, scale, all of that stuff. I like to put my veggies and protein in big containers so that I can just place and scoop. You can use either these delineated, or whatever you want to call that, things. They got these at the dollar store. These are just where you're glad Tupperware type things. So if you don't want your food to touch, you can use that. If you don't care if it touches, you can use this. All right, got my fruit, got my nuts, and etc. Okay, so looking over here for men, meal one is 6 ounces of protein, a quarter cup of nuts, and 1 cup of veggies. All right, so each one of my meals consists of 6 ounces of protein. So you could either weigh out 30 ounces of protein and then just split it up between trays, or you could weigh it out each time. So right there, that's 5.95 ounces. I will repeat that and fill up my trays. Okay, so there's my 3 plates of chicken, and I have 2 plates of the fish. Veggies are next. It is 1 cup per meal. So that's a cup. Now here's the thing. You can overdo the veggies a little bit. Okay, it's not that big a deal. The vegetables don't really count. You want to eat them, but you cannot eat too many. All right? Yummy, yum. All right, so there you have it. That's 3 cups of vegetables in 3 of my meals. The other 2 will include fruit, and one of those will be my post-workout, which will include sweet potato. So, and there you go. That's a cup of fruit in each one of those. Next, I will add the fat to 4 of them and sweet potato to the other. All right, so if you look at it here, the evening meal, the meal number 5, includes some nut butter. So, and I like to cut my avocados when I use them. So it doesn't matter that you follow the exact choice of fat, just make sure that you have a healthy fat, which is the options that we have there, like the nuts and the avocado, etc. So I will put nuts in 1, split the avocado in 2, and then use the nut butter for my meal when I'm at home eating, so that I don't have to just put nut butter in there and just goofy like a tank. I have my first meal, because I work out in the morning, my first meal will be my post-workout meal. Then I will have the one with some almonds. Then my third meal, I will do just the protein and the fruit. Then I will follow that up with the protein, veggies, and a half an avocado. I might do a whole avocado because I love avocados. And the final one will be the one with some nut butter in it. And if I don't want to do the nut butter, if I don't feel like I could eat the other half of the avocado. So that's it, okay? It's all set up there. And I would... But wait, there's more. So if you want to carry your food with you to work, I have this soft-sided Arctic Zone thing from Raley's. It's got the silver lining. I have a couple freezer packs. You can get bigger ones, you can get smaller ones. I have these because they keep it cold for a long time. Put them inside, put my food on top, and that's it. I don't have to take them all to work with me because I'm home by 8 or so for my final meal. But here's the thing. When you get up in the morning, if you're not working out, you should eat. If you are working out early, 5 or 6 a.m., you get up, you go work out, you eat your post-workout meal, and then every 3 hours you eat again. You eat another meal. All right. Now, in order to make it simpler, you can always get a marker and put a P for post-workout, then 2, 3, 4, 5. Get the marker and write that on there so that you don't have to even open it up and look at it. You know, P is post-workout. Depending upon when you work out, you want to set it up. So it could be first meal, second meal, third meal, post-workout meal, and then number 4. Okay, so let's go with that. Post-workout, 1, 2, 3, 4. You fit that post-workout there anywhere in your day whenever you train. Now, looking at your intermittent fasting on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, you would do the same thing, set it up the same way. You're just not eating until noon or 1. If you work out at noon, you eat at 1. If you don't work out at noon, you eat at noon, and then you eat every 2 hours. It's less food. Okay, so if you look at this one on the minute, it's 4 ounces of protein. So you're decreasing the amount of protein, and they're decreasing your calorie count. Well, guys, I really hope that helps. Explain everything to you. If you have any questions, please message your trainer. Ask your trainer to help you. That's what we're here for. We are here to help. So let's crush this thing. Kick butt and take names. Summer's gonna be awesome. Let's get ready for it.